Fall camp rolls on here with senior kicker Will Ferrin. It's crazy. I can't think year 3 already. Can you believe it? Is it felt a little different going through a senior season in this last fall camp?
It's crazy. It's like part of me feels like I've been doing this forever, and part of me feels like I just started. So it's cool. It goes fast, but I'm just glad to be doing it another year.
I was just asking Kalani Sitake a moment ago. I don't know if it's hard to assess, but special teams was so impactful last year. From your perspective, being the leader of the special teams group, how do you feel like this group as a collection with you and Sam and then the returners, just how do you feel like this group's all going to come together this year with special teams?
I think we're going to come together really well. I think one thing we all have in common is that we're obsessed with what we're doing. I love kicking footballs. Sam loves punting. The snappers love snapping. It's like in the offseason we talk about how on a kick day when we're going to come in and practice in the morning, it's like the night before you're just excited to come in and do it. So we take a lot of pride in it. We really enjoy it, and because of that, it helps us to put in the work to be successful.
Has your summer and off-season been, before camp started, was it a little more getting recognized at places you'd go to? I mean, because you had one of the great kicks in BYU history, getting that game winner against Utah. Has life been a little different for Will Ferrin these days?
Not that much different. There's just the occasional, like, someone saying something to me while I walk by. That happens a good amount, but it's not much different than it has been.
What was the offseason like for you? I mean, I think a lot of us talk about what do quarterbacks do, going to work with John Beck and this. What does a kicker do? Someone that's looking to improve their craft and become, I think one of the best kickers in the sport this year.
Yeah, it's a mix of a lot of things where it's like we put a lot of emphasis on the mental game and developing that. I have a coach that I work with. We also do travel around a little bit. Sam went back to Australia and worked with a coach there. I went to Orlando and I went to Tennessee for a couple different just training sessions. Just cool. A lot of guys from all over the country. And you get to go and put your heads together and find ways to just lift each other up. So it's cool. I think it's one of the things about being a kicker where it's like you work out with guys from other teams and no one really thinks about it, so it's fun.
Was it just a collection of kickers in college football that you worked with down in Orlando, or was it a certain trainer that you've identified that kind of helped you in the offseason?
It was a few different trainers, so I've kind of just jumped around to a bunch of different guys and just try and get information from anywhere that I can. So
whenever I think of some of your kicks from last year, that for whatever reason that kick against Colorado, the 54-yarder, the sound of the ball, like it exploded off your foot. Maybe it was just the dome, but how long is your distance, you feel like, with your range coming into this season?
Yeah, in the last few practices warming up, I felt good inside of 65. Our strength staff's been awesome this year. They're really good at everything's intentional for kicking, building up power, building up explosiveness, and it all leads up to right now. It's like we get our bodies feeling as good as we can going into camp and going into the season. And so right now I'm hitting the 65, and it's the best I've felt all year, and then going into the season I'm feeling really good about distance.
What is a typical workflow in a practice day for you as far as kicking and the amount of kicks that you're putting out?
Yeah, it's kind of like pitching a baseball where you need to keep track of the reps that you do and make sure you're not overloading your legs. So we kick about every other practice. We'll do kick teams one day, return teams another day. And it's mostly at the beginning of practice. So we'll do we call it around the world, where we kick field goals from all these different spots. And then sometimes we'll incorporate a 2-minute situation or something where we're running on and hitting a field goal with the team. And on the days that we don't get that, we just kind of do our own stuff and hit run-on field goals or try and simulate what kicking in a game is going to be like. So every other day, as many team reps as we can get, we love, but we can also simulate our own reps just on the side.
What about Sam? Is it similar kind of structure for him too as far as the punting goes?
Yeah, it's similar. We're that split of kick teams and return teams. And then we're getting snaps and holds for field goal constantly. I think every day we're doing that. So
from your vantage point, just how do you feel the team as a whole, offense, defense, special teams, the whole group, how's this coming together? Maybe what's some different attributes about this team compared to last year's really talented team?
Yeah, I think right now we have a lot of experience. There's experience and there's confidence in the building, where a lot of guys got to play last year, a lot of guys got time, and a lot of guys made plays. So now going into this next season, we've done it, we've been there before. In some positions, it's like several guys in the room have made significant plays. So we're a confident team, and I think we also know that there's a process to it and that we're not going to do anything by getting ahead of ourselves. So we're very locked into the moment and what we're doing right now, and how that translates into down the road, I guess.
And last thing for you, Will, just how excited for you for those opportunities whenever they come up to get that chance for a big kick or wherever it may be. Just How excited are you for another chance to keep doing it at a high level?
I'm so excited. There's nothing like it. I think ever since I was a kid, I thought about kicking footballs at Lavelle or anywhere else in the country, and it's a pretty cool feeling. So when the season runs around again and we get to do it, I'm very excited for it.